Hi, I'm Lorin Hamilton, accountant for therapists. Today I wanted to talk to you about should you be an LLC or an S-Corp, or what does that even mean? So let's jump into it. So what is an LLC? An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. It's one of the most common ways therapists start their practice because it's easy, flexible, and it gives you legal protection. The reason why it's called limited liability is because when you are set up as a sole proprietor, you are the only person in that business. So if the business were to be in a lawsuit of some sort or creditors or anything like that, they can come after you personally. But if you're set up as a limited liability company, LLC, then that means that creditors or anything like that can't come to you personally because you have limited liability. As an LLC, you're still set up as a sole proprietor. So everything is going to flow through to your individual tax return as it would if you were not an LLC. You just have that added protection from anything happening to your personal assets. My advice is when you're getting started in your therapy practice, this is probably going to be the best option for you. This also will give you some flexibility down the road if you do elect to become an S-Corp status, which we can move into next. So what is an S-Corp? An S-Corp is just a tax election. And all that means is that your LLC going from your individual return is now going to file its own tax return. So you're going to have your individual 1040 return, and now you're going to have a business return, what is on Form 1120S. So what is the main difference between an LLC and an S-Corp? Mainly that you can pay yourself through payroll in an S-Corp, where you cannot do that if you are a Schedule C filer on your individual return. Being able to pay yourself through payroll can help you save in self-employment tax because you as the employee are now paying half, whereas the business is now paying the other half, and you can deduct that as a business deduction. You will have to consider, though, that with adding payroll to the business will increase payroll expenses like having a payroll service. You will have quarterly filings that you will have to provide to the state and to the IRS. So you want to keep that in mind as you are growing, and usually practices that reach a certain net profit amount, maybe 200, 300,000, would start wanting to look at becoming an S-Corp to make some of those tax saving strategies work for them. So how do you know which one is best for you? If you're just starting out and just seeing a few clients a week and your net income level is still at a lower rate, an LLC is probably what you will want to go with. I think you would want to start that just in general, again, because if you want to move into an S-Corp election, it will give you the ability to do that. You really only want to get into the S-Corp when you start making around 100,000. That way, again, you can take advantage of those payroll tax deductions and looking at paying yourself through payroll. Everyone's situation is different, so I would advise that you talk to your tax professional, or you can reach out to me. I help therapists with this decision every day, and I want to make sure that we look at all of the variables that go into that, so that way you're making the right decision for your practice. Some common mistakes that I see when making this decision is waiting too long to make a decision, because then you end up with messy finances, and not that those can't be corrected, it just creates more of a headache in the long run. Choosing an S-Corp too early could also be the wrong decision, especially with payroll and compliance that you're really not going to need as you get started. But those things may make more sense as you get into that higher net income bracket. Last mistake that I see pretty commonly is not getting a separate business bank account set up when you do become an LLC. That defeats the whole purpose of the legal protection, and that's really what you are trying to gain from becoming an LLC. Setting this up should make your practice easier to run, not harder. So again, any questions or tips, please seek out your tax professional, or if you want to contact me for that as well. So just as a quick wrap up, an LLC is simple, it gives you personal protection, and it's a great starting point for solo practices. An S-Corp can help you save on taxes once you're in a higher net income bracket, but it does come with those extra responsibilities with payroll and compliance. And the best structure for you is going to depend on your income, your goals, and how hands-on you want to be in your business finances. Again, I do this all the time with therapists, and I want to make sure that you have the best information to get your practice set up in the right way in the beginning. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you have. If you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please share this with other therapists that you think would find benefit from this. And until next time, be well.